Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zipporah the Lux Angel, and today I am back with another tarot card reading. Please remember that these readings are timeless, general, and for entertainment purposes only. That means only listen to what directly applies to your personal situation, leave the rest for someone else. And by all means, please contact licensed professionals and or the proper authorities regarding any mental, medical, legal, or financial emergencies and or crises. That being said, let us begin. First things first, the handbag of the day is my beautiful Louis Vuitton Boulogne, and she will serve as the vision board inspiration for all the abundance manifestors out there. If you'd like to see me styling my luxury capsule collection, you can check out the series I have here on YouTube called Battle of the Bags. All right, I'm going to start by choosing the deck for your reading, and today I'm going to go with the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sturrell. I'm going to shuffle. If you don't want to stay through the shuffling, I'll have the timestamp listed in the description box for you below. All right, here goes. Collective energies, please and thank you. 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 Collective energies. All right, I think this is the last one. I was just going to comment on how long I'm like shuffling. I'm like, maybe we've been doing something for a long time. Let's see. Ooh, we're starting off with the Tower. Well, we were doing something for a long time. Now's the time to change that. I don't know. Or is changing. What is this? Is this a sudden epiphany, a happening, a circumstance? What is this? We have a Page of Wands. A Tower and a Page of Wands. That can mean a lot of things. Let's go. And a Page of Cups. A Tower with a Page of Wands and a Page of Cups. Because at first I'm like, did this Page of Wands cause this Tower? And now with the Page of Cups coming in, I really am getting youthful energy off of this. We have a King of Swords. Thank goodness. Okay, so there's some oversight, some supervision. I'm like, what are these kids doing? And why is there a Tower here? But there is a King of Swords. There is some supervision. Let me see here. This is like giving me almost like backstory of where two different people are coming from or have come from. All right, so it's like we have a Page of Wands who comes from, let's just say, not the best of backgrounds. Maybe they came from a chaotic home, chaotic background, troubled past. And then we have the Page of Cups who came from a more ordered, structured past. And because they had that order and that structure and that wisdom and that guidance, they are more emotionally balanced. Whereas we have more of a destructive energy who is more destructive because they came from a destructive place. That's what I'm getting here. We have a High Priestess. Okay. And we have an Eight of Cups. It's like the High Priestess is seeing this. It's like, you know that song by The Weeknd where it's like, I don't know why I run away. The High Priestess is like, I know why you run away. I know exactly why you run away. It's as clear as day why you run away. You're like textbook. I can read you like an open book. Like all of your issues or things that you think is such a mystery, I can read it like an open book. I can see that your actions now and whatever connection that this is because of your past, your trauma, the chaos. And so you're just out here with a wand and I don't want to say being reckless, but low-key reckless because you're just out here. Whomever this is. And the High Priestess may be like, I see this and I need to walk away. Or the High Priestess. It's weird though because I don't see this High Priestess walking away though. I see this High Priestess like going on a journey of discovery of this page of wands, like trying to get to understand them more. Oh Lord. Yeah, we have a 5 of swords. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's see. I mean, that might be your own 5 of swords where you're like, why am I going deeper into this with this person when I know that this person is so effed up? We have a King of Wands. What is this? I almost feel like there's a back and forth with these people here. It's like, ugh. No, no. It's just almost like the person who comes from all the chaos once is like drawn to the person who's at peace and whose life was ordered. But it's only because they want to like bring them chaos and be like, see, this is how the world really works. Like, it's not like all this pie in the sky, just living, you know, with our head in the clouds. There's struggle and all this stuff. And then the person who came from all the order and the peace is like trying to show the person who came from all the chaos, no, there is peace. You know, you can go deeper and you can heal the shadow and heal the wounds, and that will bring you peace. And so it's like y'all engaging with one another for the complete opposite reason. They want to disturb your peace. You want to, like, collective. I'm assuming collective would be this High Priestess energy. You don't know why it's like you're drawn to calm these waters. Lord God, I hope this is an assignment, not just you going off, going rogue. Like, but whatever, we gonna see what's going on. We have a 6 of Cups. I remember I'm saying it's like it's the backstory, like seeing you guys' childhood, like the collective I'm seeing where you feel a deep connection to this person, and that is the problem I'm seeing, collective, that you're having. You have a deep connection with this person already. And I feel like that's why the Tower is in the first house, because that's a tower for you, because you're like, I need to be walking away from this person. But it's like, I'm going deeper in. Why? Why am I going deeper? Because there's some sort of past life thing going on here. And you want to, I don't know, your soul wants to figure it out. Soul wants to get to the end of this rainbow. Is it a rainbow though? We have a 2 of Cups. Why do we have a 2 of Cups? This is what you would be saying, collective, if not consciously, unconsciously. Like, why is this a 2 of Cups? I can tell that this person comes from damage, comes from pain, and all they can give me is damage and pain. Why am I engaging with this person at all? And this other person is like, it's almost like they're secretly rooting for you. They hope that you can like put them in check. They hope that you actually can. This is why they keep doing it. They're hoping that you can tell them something to calm the chaos that they do have because no one else has. And low key, they're hoping someone proves their ass wrong. But they're going to go ham though. They're still going to go ham. They're still going to go hard, like, you know, with their point of view. But the thing is that they're not going to succeed in ruffling your feathers though. So they could just stop on that front. They're not going to succeed in ruffling your feathers. This could be somebody y'all know from way back when. Okay. We have a 5 of Pentacles. Somebody that you had to put out in the cold at some point. Yeah, see, I'm just saying that where they play games where it's like, in order to ruffle your feathers, it's like they try to act nonchalant, act like they don't really care about the connection, act like, you know, I could have this, I don't have to have this, I don't need to, you know, this is nothing, I don't think anything of it, this is just for fun or just for play or whatever. But that might be all a game. We have the World card. But they would be pushing their luck, though. They would be pushing their luck. Because it's kind of like they're worried about the wrong things. Almost just like they need to be focused more on the benefits of you all's being together, which is the connection that you really share, rather than trying to prove stupid points. It's almost like they just keep trying to prove a point to you. And it's mostly just like your beliefs or your way of life is silliness. And it's like, why are you focused on that instead of focusing on the connection? Good question. Why are you focused on that instead of focusing on the connection? It's just because they're uncomfortable with you. This is the classic your light irritates their demons. They cannot stand how at peace that you are. Well, I'm getting with source though, like you're at peace with life, the universe, God. They're not. They're not. It's like those questions are still unanswered because whatever happened in their chaotic past in childhood, that's where the disconnect comes from. Because they're like, well, how could there be a benevolent universe or a God if I went through all this crap? And so it's just stupid. And why do you believe this? But also, you do believe this, but your life is so good. So maybe if your life got jacked up, then you won't be believing this. And so they try to be that jacked up energy in your life so that you could just see that life is not full of this divine beauty, is full of horror like what they had to endure. Instead of seeing that they may have had to endure horror, but they grew up out of it from a page of wands that goes to a king of wands, instead of seeing the strength that it gave them and seeing how they have matured through it and the power that it gave them and the knowledge that it gave them, they're just seeing that it happened at all. And that is why um, they have this conflict. And if they could just change their perception to see how far they've come and the parts of them that have been made better or who that is a better leader because of what they've witnessed, they can be a better leader because of what they've witnessed and what they've went through. But instead they just see you being at peace and they're like, well, because you had good times in your youth and you had an easier life, so that's why you can come from this place of satisfaction and wisdom and not having, you know, problematic tendencies. And it's like, okay, but so what if that's true? Why can't we just enjoy each other? Why do you got to be hung up in trying to prove something? Okay. Yeah, they need to give it a rest. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm tired with this. Like, what the fudge? They need to give this a rest. Four of Swords, bro. Give it a rest. Let me see here. Maybe you gonna give it a rest. If you have to take a break from this person, go ahead. I'm seeing you recharging and feeling better about yourself. But I feel like you take a break from this person and rest from this person, but go back because I don't know. I think you see in them a worth beyond their wounding. Ooh, low key deep. All right, God, come through. You see a worth beyond their wounding. And a lot of times, like, I'm like, I don't know if that's healthy. That's like that over deeply empathic person who's like seeing potential and not what is. And so please avoid that. That at the same time, I don't know if I can tell you to avoid this because you're being drawn to it. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. And I'm not saying is, God leading you there. Your spirit is just being led there. So, I mean, This is just very, very interesting energy. Very convoluted energy. I'm like, I wonder if this is even any bit of a counterpart. It's just so convoluted. It's like both of you are secretly getting satisfaction from proving the other wrong. That's what I'm low-key getting here, or high-key. Like they're getting satisfaction from trying to ruffle your feathers, and you're getting satisfaction by continuing to prove to them that they will not ruffle your feathers. Like they're getting satisfaction from trying to show you that life is terrible and there is no higher power. And you're getting satisfaction from being able to like go through all that and be like, that meant nothing. And so you see how there's a higher power. What is this, man? Give me some oracle cards with this spirit, because like what in the actual factual for real? All right, clarification and or guidance, spirit. Clarification and or guidance. Yeah, but I am seeing where at least you collective like having reservations, like why do I have these feelings for this person? You may be feeling like you're attracted to troubled people, because maybe this is not the first time that this has happened. Like this is a cycle you keep that you've done in the past, and like you're repeating it somehow. Like somehow, it's like somehow troubled people are attracted to you, or non-believers. Maybe you're a believer and non-believers are attracted to you, and vice versa. And you're like, why am I attracted to these types? And why are they attracted to me? And why can't we leave each other alone? Why do we have these cycles? And it's like, if I leave this person, move up forward, am I going to just attract this same thing again? Type energy. But there is love here. I see where you love this person, though. But you have a problem with that because you're like, why am I loving this type of person? We have masculine, fatherly, protective, grounded, brave, logical, thoughtful. And what I'm getting with this one here is that's part of what you see in this person. Because remember I said the King of Wands, what they don't see is what the leader that they have become. You see that. You see the leader that they have become, and you're attracted to that because it must be damn good. Okay, we got a King of Wands, and it's attractive. You're masculine, and we do have the lion on this masculine card. Yeah, you're attracted to this masculine energy, this fiery, assertive, and the Tower is Mars. The Tower is Mars. Maybe it wakes something up that was hidden within you, or that you feel like is hidden within you, or that you feel like you don't necessarily exude, because we have the High Priestess here. Okay, and that's moon energy. Yeah, they don't necessarily see the leader that it has made them. Even, I mean, they may see it, but that's what you're attracted to. And that is what they like aren't acknowledging. Everything that you're attracted to is what they're refusing to acknowledge. You know, and that makes sense because it's like, you know, nobody's going to discount their past and be like, oh, but I'm, you know, I mean, it still sucked if they went through a horrible childhood or something like that. So you can't discount that at all. No, not at all. But it's almost just like that is why you're such a believer, because of people who come from what they came from and then grow up to become them. I don't know, you know? So it's just like you admire this person. It's admiration is why you're attracted. You admire them. Yeah. And I'm seeing here on some levels they admire you too. They just don't get it though. This is like that peace that passeth understanding. They don't get that. See, we have home at home. You feel at home with this person. I'm telling you, the masculine traits that they exude, or the assertiveness or leadership tendencies, make you feel safe. And also, there may be an element of their chaos that is home for you. Like, you may have come from a more ordered home. That doesn't mean that there wasn't any type of chaos or something like that. And what I mean by that is like, there's something that is mirrored. There's something mirrored in them. And maybe it is the way you guys are both leaders. Okay? You all lead in different ways, but you're both leaders. And your energy, it operates in different ways, but you're attracted to that trait in one another. And they're attracted to your calm leadership, and you're attracted to their assertive leadership. Look, we have protected. Wow. Yeah, you're protected from whatever they're trying to do. Whatever they're trying to do, it's like they need to give it up. because they may have been trying to affect you. Who knows? Some of you, this could be even deeper than just trying to get under your skin. This comes up in the collective, like where they're trying to mess up your stability so that you can experience a tower, so that they can be there to be like, see, but that's not about to happen though. And if it did, they'd become your footstool and have to take care of it. I can tell you that. Look, we have prosperity. See, prosperity is protected. You safe, okay? You are safe, okay? And protected, and your prosperity is protected. So they're not going to be able to teach you whatever lesson that they're trying to teach. But also God wants you to know that you're also protected in feeling these feelings for them, that you'll be okay, because you can see when they're trying to manipulate you. So it's like, that's what it is. It's like you're protected through your own intuition. And maybe that's why it's like, you're like, why do I keep getting involved with this person? Why? And it's because you're not going to allow them to damage you. You're not going to allow them to change you irreparably, because you know what they don't know. And that's everything that you witness through your intuition, which is your connection to source, to God. That's that masculine that's coming up here. Like, you have a deep connection with the Most High from way back when, and that's just not going to ever change. And anything that they throw up against you, you already see the manipulation in it. So it's like, but even if you did go through things, you would pass that test, because the only way you get through things is with your higher power. So we have discovered, and I'm thinking at some point that they will discover this, that they will figure this out. Yeah, it literally says love and angels. And on the love card, it says strong feelings of care and affection, the kinship and friendship you feel. And then angel says spiritual protection. Like, you're protected in this connection. Oh, now some of y'all might be at a distance from one another now. Pardon my stomach, I have not eaten. But some of y'all could be at a distance right now. Y'all may have decided to take a break from one another. Especially this person, because like I said, they try to cause issues just to make you feel like, oh, why is this happening to me? So like, they're like, oh, if I can't make you experience trauma through making you lose stuff or whatever, then I'm going to make you feel alone and isolated and punish you. Then you'll feel it. You see how I was just like you already know what's going on. That's how it is for you. It's like, okay, now you're going to punish me with your distance and your silence so that I can regret and be dismayed. And okay. And you can see all of that. And through it, you just connect more with God and get stronger. It's only making you stronger. Yeah. Ugh, and dare I say it? I hate to say it, because don't nobody gonna go through this mess. Make your relationship stronger. For sure. Can you get through this? Because this is a personality trait of this person because of their toxicity, but I'm seeing that they can overcome it and grow up out of it. And that's why I'm seeing, like, where you see the potential. And I remember I was like, I hope it's not a situation where you see the potential, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not saying I see the potential. I'm just saying I believe that all of this is happening for a reason. I do. But let me see. What do I want to get with this? Let me get a Quanian. Because I'm like, I see where you're coming from, of why you're like, okay, why you're still drawn to this person. And I almost want to say it's divinely guided, but I don't want to go there yet. Because you're feeling like, oh, I keep attracting the same person. And you might. And it just might be part of your calling or what you do spiritually. But I am seeing this person growing. They will never let you know that. They'll always pretend that they're not growing, or pretend that you have nothing to teach them, or pretend that, you know, they're not intrigued in that way by you. Like, they may even make you feel like you're stupid or what you believe is stupid. And they may even say things like that. But what they would never tell you is that they hope you can prove them wrong. And that they're happy. Like, they find your peace and your... It's almost like you have a audacity of faith that comes to mind. Like, I know it's the audacity of hope, but it's almost like it gives you this confidence that is so unshakable, and they're attracted to that. Even if they try to prove it wrong, they're so attracted. They find it so sexy that, like, you have so much confidence and faith. Even if it's in something that they find ludicrous, it's still just sexy that you are that confident. And we have the shining lotus. Exactly. The shining lotus. Shine that ish through. Let me read the little blurb from this. And that's like you really being your authentic self. There are times when it makes sense to be discreet until you find your inner strength so that you feel empowered enough to share your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs without wavering, even in the face of challenge by another. Okay, you hear that? Maybe that's why you keep attracting these types of people, because it is a test of your faith with the divine. At other times, we benefit ourselves and others by taking a risk and allowing the inner lotus blossom of our true self to shine forth for all to behold. Yeah. Yeah. So this is all making it is for you, it is making you stronger. Maybe that's why. You know what? You know what you should look out for, especially if this continues to happen. Like, were these things happening when you were going through deep, like, spiritual changes? Because I've mentioned, I'm like, oh, you know, you feel like maybe you keep attracting these types. Non-believers are attracted to you. Notice when they come around. Is it during a time when you're undergoing deep spiritual changes, deep transformations in your psyche or what you believe? The reason that they come around is it's a test. And it's not a test as in, oh, you fail or pass or you did something bad. No, it's a test to test those beliefs, test how strong they are. That's a natural process that will occur. It's like, oh, you have these thoughts, you have these ideas. Okay, how do they pan out? Here is a test to see. It's like, even in the Bible, you know, it talks about you have to test every spirit. You have to test every spirit. So if you're going to have these beliefs that are changing and all these things, well, the test has to come to see if that is a viable belief for you. And so that is coming. It just so happens that it's coming through people for you, particularly through masculine energy. Yeah. Yeah, it says, you and others can benefit greatly from you staying true to your heart and at the same time being open to the fact that they will have their own truths that may differ to yours. And that is just the way it is. You don't have to convince others or be convinced of anything yourself. All you need to do is listen to your own heart. You see there? Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They're trying to test you. That's what this is. And you're like, why? Why? But there's a divine purpose for it all. And it is to strengthen your faith in the divine. If you're the collective, then this is to strengthen your faith, or whatever it is that you're saying that you believe in. Make sure it's strong, make sure it's solid. And then at the bottom of the deck, we had a veil of shadows. And it says, a lotus blossoms with deep, rich mud into which she plunges her roots and draws great nourishment. From this mud, made of water and earth, growth happens and great beauty is revealed. Your soul lotus thrives through depth of emotion and aliveness of your body, into which she can plant herself and unfold as a lotus of light. Ah, yes. So this is all for soul growth. And so you're getting these situations, like I said, they're strengthening your faith and strengthening your connection to source and making it deeper. And I guess it's happening through some of your most close connections. And then for this person too, there's a message in this too. Okay, because it's talking about how the lotus is so beautiful, but it needs mud, dirt. But it says everything, including our darker emotions and parts of our body that we may not think are acceptable. All of these things serve. They're actually good nourishment for our soul. It says, the soul craves to love and be in love with all parts of you. Like a passionate divine lover, it wants to hold nothing back and become completely spiritually intimate with all aspects and all parts of you, whether you have thought they were lovable or not. And that is what this person experiences through you, is unconditional love, because you are loving this person unconditionally, because they keep trying to do all this mess and get under your skin, and you see all this stuff and you're like, why and why, but you still love them anyway. That's why I'm saying this is some type of past life connection type deal, but in the way that I think God brought this into your life, for this person to experience unconditional love, because that's what that is. You see all their flaws, you see all their manipulation tactics, you see how they're trying to punish you at times, but you still keep loving them. And you're not doing it out of, oh, you're deceived, they deceived you, they pulled the wool over your eyes. No, you can see everything they're trying to do. You're protected the whole time. It says protected. You can see everything that they're trying to do, so they can't do anything, but you still love them. Yeah. And it's almost just like, maybe that's why y'all drawn together, because you're probably one of the only people who could deal with this. It's almost like it is an assignment, because this person, how else are they going to experience unconditional love? And maybe that's the way that they are going to experience God, because it's like they keep doing all this dumb crap, and it's like, and I won't say dumb crap, I mean like in their connection. And then at some point they're going to grow, because this is growing them. You guys are both growing through this situation. They're going to realize how, first of all, you overcame all their tests that they threw at you. Number one, it's going to make them love you even more. But also how silly they have been, because they've wasted all this time and they could have just been loving someone who loved them unconditionally. But that will also take time as well. Yeah. And both of you are kind of like balancing each other out. This is all for growth for the both of you. Because it's strengthening your belief, which is just only going to let your connection to source grow and shine even more. And it's also going to help this person. It's going to honestly kind of turn them into believers, if that makes sense, through watching you. Because what they're going to learn is that it's not about what's happening in life, it's about your reaction to it, and how having a belief in a higher power can stem that reaction, can manage it and dictate it into a better outcome. So yeah, this is all for self-discovery and growth. That's why this is happening. And that's why these relationships come to you at times when you're learning new spiritual principles and things like that. But you're going to continue to stay grounded. And I don't know, you may, continue to attract energies like this, but I'm seeing where there will be a successful resolution to this. Um, it's going to be different for all of you guys how you and choose to engage in this, but you're protected the whole way. So that's what matters as well. You know, if you love someone, keep loving them. Keep loving them. Set healthy boundaries with them. That's another reason we have the masculine card and the protected card and all that kind of stuff. Set the healthy boundaries. Keep doing that, because them continuing to be stumped and defeated, in trying to bring drama to you is also how they're going to learn as well. So, all right. So, in case you were wondering, those are the reasons that this is happening, and it's going to work out for your highest good. And again, and I'm not even I'm not talking about anything that is like dangerous or anything like that. I'm talking about squabbles and tiffs and arguments, perhaps here and there, things like that, or being distant or being cold. If you ever feel like you're in danger or anything like that, contact the proper authorities, because that's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about, them causing things to happen. So just keep that in mind. But the reason that it's safe for you to love this person is because it's happening for you guys' growth and highest good. And so it is divinely orchestrated in that regard. All right. So that is the message that I have for you all today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got something beneficial from it. And I thank you for stopping by this reading. Please remember to like, share with someone who cares, save it to a playlist for future reference, and by all means, subscribe for more wonderful readings and luxurious eye candy such as this. And until next time, have a gorgeous day. Bye.